What happens if you pour turmeric water into your peach tree? I know, it sounds like something out of a kitchen experiment gone wrong, but stick with me because what happens underground when those golden compounds hit the root zone is genuinely surprising. I've been doing this for 3 growing seasons now, and the difference in my peach trees? It's not subtle. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this works, exactly how to do it right, and, just as importantly, how to avoid making a costly mistake that could actually hurt your tree. Now, before we dive in, if you're the kind of person who loves getting practical, no-nonsense growing tips that actually save you money and keep your plants healthy, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. I drop videos like this every single week, and I'd hate for you to miss the next one. Ring that bell too, so YouTube actually tells you when I post. Alright, let's talk about what's actually inside turmeric water because I think most people just see a yellow spice in the cabinet and don't realize they're holding a little chemistry lab. When you steep or boil turmeric root, or even good quality ground turmeric, in water, you're extracting a whole cocktail of bioactive compounds. The headline compound is curcumin. You've probably heard of it in the health world. It makes up roughly 3 to 6% of raw turmeric root by weight. Curcumin is a polyphenol, and in biological terms, it's a powerful antioxidant and a natural antimicrobial agent. What that means for your peach tree is straightforward. Curcumin disrupts the cell membranes of harmful fungi and bacteria. It doesn't nuke everything indiscriminately the way a synthetic fungicide might, but it creates an environment in the soil and around the roots where pathogenic organisms struggle to establish themselves. Think of it as a gentle, natural shield. Then there are the termerones, specifically R-termerone, alpha-termerone, and beta-termerone. These are volatile oils unique to the turmeric plant. Research in plant pathology has shown that termerones have insect repellent and antifungal properties. In the soil, they can help deter root-boring larvae and suppress certain soil-borne fungi like Phytophthora and Fusarium, which are absolute nightmares for stone fruit trees. Beyond those specialty compounds, turmeric water carries a solid load of dissolved minerals. You get potassium, which is critical for fruit development and sugar transport. You get manganese, which is a cofactor in photosynthesis and enzyme activation. There's iron, necessary for chlorophyll production. Magnesium sits at the center of the chlorophyll molecule, and turmeric provides a small but meaningful amount. You also pick up trace amounts of zinc, copper, and phosphorus. Now, is turmeric water a complete fertilizer? No. I want to be upfront about that. The concentrations of macronutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus are low compared to a dedicated fertilizer, but as a supplemental drench that delivers micronutrients, antioxidants, and natural disease-fighting compounds directly to the root zone, it's remarkably effective. And here's the thing most people miss. The warm water extraction process makes these minerals highly bioavailable. They're already dissolved, already in ionic or chelated form, so the peach tree's root hairs can absorb them almost immediately without waiting for soil microbes to break anything down. There's also a mild anti-inflammatory effect that translates to plants. When a peach tree is stressed, from transplant shock, pruning wounds, a heat wave, or a pest attack, curcuminoids in the soil can help reduce oxidative stress at the cellular level in the root tissue. The tree essentially recovers faster and redirects energy back into growth instead of defense. So that's your turmeric water, a golden, mineral-rich, antimicrobial, antioxidant-packed liquid that does a lot more than color your curry. Now let's flip the picture and look at what your peach tree actually needs, because this is where the connection gets really satisfying. Peach trees are heavy feeders. They're not like a cactus that can coast on neglect. A mature peach tree, Prunus persica, pushes a lot of wood, a lot of foliage, and then commits enormous energy into producing those big, juicy, sugar-loaded fruits. That takes fuel. Nitrogen is the first big one. Peach trees need nitrogen primarily in spring for vigorous leaf and shoot growth. Without enough nitrogen, you get pale, yellowish leaves, stunted new growth, and weak fruit set. Now, turmeric water doesn't deliver a huge nitrogen punch, so you'll still want your compost or balanced fertilizer for that. But the small amount of organic nitrogen in turmeric water supplements the overall picture. Potassium is where the real overlap happens. Potassium is the #1 nutrient for fruit quality in peaches. It regulates water uptake, drives sugar accumulation in the fruit, strengthens cell walls, and improves the tree's cold hardiness going into winter. Potassium deficiency in peaches shows up as scorched leaf margins and small, bland fruit. The potassium dissolved in turmeric water feeds directly into this need. Every time you pour it around the drip line, you're topping up the potassium supply in a form the roots can grab instantly. Manganese and iron are the next pair, and peach trees are notoriously sensitive to deficiencies in both. Iron deficiency causes intervenal chlorosis, those leaves that go yellow while the veins stay green. Manganese deficiency looks similar but tends to hit younger leaves first. Both minerals are present in turmeric water in small, readily absorbable quantities, and regular application can help prevent those deficiency symptoms from creeping in, especially in slightly alkaline soils where iron and manganese get locked up. Magnesium, as I mentioned, is the central atom in chlorophyll. Without it, photosynthesis slows down, and your peach tree basically starts starving itself even in full sun. Turmeric water contributes magnesium in a gentle, non-burning form. Then there's the disease resistance angle. Peach trees are plagued by fungal problems. Peach leaf curl caused by Taphrina deformans, brown rot from Monolinea, bacterial canker from Pseudomonas. These are the big killers. The curcumin and turmerones in turmeric water don't replace your copper spray or your dormant oil treatment, but they add a biological layer of suppression in the rhizosphere. Healthier roots, fewer soil pathogens, a stronger overall immune response in the tree. That translates to a tree that fights off above-ground infections more effectively because it isn't simultaneously battling root rot or nematode stress underground. So when you pour turmeric water around your peach tree, you're not just watering it. You're delivering a targeted micronutrient supplement, a natural antifungal drench, and an antioxidant boost, all aligned with what the tree is already hungry for. That's the connection, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Now, I need to pump the brakes for a moment because this is where people get overexcited and hurt their trees. And I've seen it happen. The benefits are real. Used correctly, turmeric water can improve root health, reduce fungal pressure in the soil, supply trace minerals, help the tree recover from stress, and over a full season, contribute to noticeably sweeter, better-colored fruit. Your leaves look greener, your new growth is more vigorous, and you spend less money on synthetic fungicides. That's the upside, and it's legitimate. But here's the warning, and I need you to hear me clearly. Turmeric is potent. Curcumin in high concentrations is phytotoxic. That means if you pour undiluted turmeric paste or a super concentrated turmeric brew directly onto the roots of your peach tree, you can burn the fine root hairs. Those tiny, delicate feeder roots are responsible for almost all water and nutrient uptake. Damage them and the tree goes into shock. Leaves wilt, growth stalls. In severe cases, especially with young trees or recently transplanted ones, the root damage can be extensive enough to kill the tree within a few weeks. There's also a soil biology concern. Beneficial mycorrhizal fungi and nitrogen-fixing bacteria in the soil are sensitive to high concentrations of antimicrobial compounds. Drench the root zone with overly strong turmeric water too frequently, and you start wiping out the good microbes alongside the bad ones. You end up with sterile, lifeless soil, and your peach tree's long-term health suffers because it depends on those microbial partnerships. Timing mistakes matter too. Pouring turmeric water during the heat of a summer afternoon when the soil is already hot and dry concentrates the compounds around the roots and amplifies the burning risk. Pouring it onto waterlogged soil means the solution pools around the trunk and can encourage crown rot instead of preventing it. So the rule is simple. Respect the dilution, respect the timing, and never, ever go heavy-handed. This is a supplement, not a substitute for good soil management. Treat it like medicine for your tree. The right dose heals, the wrong dose harms. All right, let's get practical. Here's exactly how to prepare and apply turmeric water to your peach tree, step by step. Step 1. Gather your materials. You'll need 1 tablespoon of high-quality ground turmeric powder or a 2-inch piece of fresh turmeric root, grated. You'll need 1 gallon of water, roughly 4 liters. You'll need a pot for boiling, a fine mesh strainer or cheesecloth, a clean bucket, and a watering can with a gentle rose attachment. That's it. No fancy equipment. Step 2. Prepare the extraction. Bring your gallon of water to a gentle boil in the pot. Once it's boiling, reduce the heat to low and add your tablespoon of ground turmeric or your grated fresh root. Let it simmer gently for 15 to 20 minutes. You want a slow simmer, not a rolling boil, because you're extracting the water-soluble minerals and curcuminoids without destroying the volatile turmerone oils. After 20 minutes, turn off the heat and let the liquid cool completely. This takes about an hour. Don't skip the cooling step. Hot water on roots is a death sentence. Step 3. Strain the liquid. Pour the cooled turmeric water through your cheesecloth or fine mesh strainer into the clean bucket. You want to remove all solid particles. Those particles can compact around roots and create anaerobic pockets in the soil. What you're left with should be a clear golden yellow liquid with a mild earthy smell. Step 4. Dilute further if needed. For young peach trees under 3 years old, dilute the strained liquid with an additional gallon of plain water. So you're looking at roughly a 1-to-1 dilution for young trees. For mature established trees over 4 years old, the original 1-gallon concentration is fine. Step 5. Apply to the soil. Take your watering can and pour the turmeric water slowly around the drip line of the peach tree. The drip line is the circle on the ground directly beneath the outermost tips of the branches. That's where the active feeder roots live. Do not pour it against the trunk. Keep at least 6 to 8 inches of clear space around the base of the trunk to prevent crown rot. Pour evenly in a ring pattern, soaking the top few inches of soil. For a mature tree, 1 gallon of prepared turmeric water per application is sufficient. For a young tree, half a gallon is plenty. Step 6. Water it in. After applying the turmeric water, follow up with a light watering of plain water, maybe half a gallon, to help carry the dissolved compounds down into the root zone and prevent any surface concentration. Step 7. Clean up. Rinse your watering can and bucket right away. Turmeric stains everything it touches, and you don't want dried residue clogging your tools. That's the whole process. Takes about 90 minutes start to finish, most of which is just waiting for the water to cool. Now, timing. This section is critical, so pay attention. Do not apply turmeric water to your peach tree during full summer heat, especially when temperatures are consistently above 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 Celsius. The combination of hot soil and concentrated compounds stresses the roots. Do not apply it during a drought when the soil is bone dry. Always water the tree thoroughly with plain water the day before you plan to use turmeric water, so the soil has baseline moisture. Do not apply turmeric water during the dormant winter months when the peach tree has dropped all its leaves and shut down its metabolic activity. The roots aren't actively absorbing nutrients, so the solution just sits in the soil, potentially disrupting microbial balance for no benefit. Do not apply it within 2 weeks of using any synthetic chemical fertilizer, pesticide, or fungicide. The interactions can neutralize the turmeric compounds or worse, create phytotoxic reactions in the soil. Avoid applying turmeric water during heavy rain periods or when the soil is waterlogged. The excess moisture combined with the antimicrobial compounds can suffocate beneficial soil organisms and encourage anaerobic conditions around the roots. The ideal time to apply turmeric water is in early spring, just as your peach tree is breaking dormancy and you see the first bud swell. This is when the roots are waking up, actively growing, and most receptive to nutrient uptake. The antifungal properties are also most valuable right now because peach leaf curl spores and brown rot fungi are becoming active in the warming soil. A second ideal window is mid-spring, right after petal fall, when the tiny fruitlets are setting. The potassium and manganese support early fruit development. A third application can be done in early autumn, about 4 to 6 weeks before you expect the first frost. This helps the tree build up its defenses going into winter and supports root recovery after the energy drain of fruiting season. For frequency, space your applications at least 3 to 4 weeks apart. Never apply turmeric water more than once a month. 3 to 4 applications across the entire growing season is the sweet spot. More is not better. More is how you damage your soil biology. So what can you realistically expect, and when? In the first 7 to 10 days after your first application, you probably won't see dramatic above-ground changes. What's happening underground is the curcumin and termerones are working through the rhizosphere, suppressing fungal spores, and the dissolved minerals are being absorbed by the fine root hairs. The tree is adjusting. Be patient. Around the 2-week mark, if you look closely at the newest leaves at the tips of the branches, you may notice a slightly deeper, richer green. That's the manganese and iron supporting chlorophyll production. The leaves might also look a little more turgid, a little more perky in the morning before the sun gets high. By 4 to 6 weeks after your second application, the difference becomes more visible. New shoot growth is a bit more vigorous. If your tree had any mild yellowing from micronutrient deficiency, that starts to fade. The overall canopy looks denser, more alive. By the end of the season, after 3 or 4 applications spread across the year, the real payoff shows up in the fruit. Peaches from a tree that's been consistently supported with turmeric water tend to have better color development, that deep blush of red and gold. The flesh is often a little sweeter because the steady potassium supply supported sugar transport into the fruit throughout the growing period. And if you had issues with brown rot in previous years, you may notice fewer affected fruits because the overall fungal pressure around the tree has been gently, consistently reduced. It's not overnight magic. It's a slow, steady improvement that rewards patience. But once you see that third season tree loaded with healthy, glowing peaches, you'll understand why I keep doing this every single year. So there you have it, turmeric water and your peach tree. A simple, affordable, natural practice that can genuinely improve your tree's health and your harvest, as long as you respect the dilution, respect the timing, and treat it as the powerful supplement it is rather than a miracle cure. I really hope this video gives you the confidence to try it in your own garden this season. If it helped you, the best thing you can do is hit subscribe, leave a like, and drop a comment telling me what other natural remedies you want me to break down next. Share this with a friend who's growing peaches, and I'll see you in the very next video. Happy growing, everyone!